Hey guys, First Look Gamer here, and today I want to talk about Microsoft's new acquisition of Activision. And what does that mean for Microsoft? What does that mean for the gaming industry? Let's find out. So I had another video planned for this week, but this news today kind of blew my mind. Recently, Microsoft bought Bethesda, which was another thing that kind of blew my mind at the time. And I'm not really sure what they're going for with all these acquisitions. Now, my first thought is that, PlayStation has all these IPs. Microsoft is told again and again that they don't have these great exclusive games like PlayStation does. So I'm thinking, oh, Microsoft's buying all these, different companies so that way they can compete with PlayStation and have some exclusives that can actually, meet that mark. But with something like Activision, a lot of their games are, computer games because of Blizzard. And, Call of Duty is always known as a cross-platform game. So, and the same with Bethesda. So, why would they try and go after a company like that if they weren't trying to make them exclusive? And if they do, what kind of shakeup would that do to the industry? And that's just something I wanted to talk about. I personally think they don't plan on making these exclusive. It sounds, every time Microsoft gets on stage at E3, it sounds like they want cross-platform play and stuff like that. So that leads me to another belief. I'm starting to think that they're acquiring all these different studios for a streaming platform in the future. Now, they already have, or they've tried to have discless games in the past. So is that what they're trying to go for with this? I'm not really sure. I just watched Happy Console Gamer's video on this, and he kind of has the same thoughts as me. Is in the future, are you just going to bring a controller to your friend's house and then they launch the Xbox app, and it's in a server somewhere far, far away, streaming lagless gameplay, no matter where you're at. And that's really scary for me. I am big into physical games, as I've said before, and something like this just terrifies me. I already don't like Netflix and Blockbuster being gone. I know that's kind of the old way of thinking, but there's something cool about, going to a store and either buying a game or buying a movie, which we've already, X'd out the movies now, where we don't even go to a store and buy movies. We just stream everything. So, how does that work with games in the future? There's so many choices of games. Not everything can be on the streaming platform. So that kind of worries me there is, if there is a game that doesn't make the cut for streaming, is it just going to be, on La La Land? One point Happy Console Gamer made that was kind of interesting is, what does Nintendo do? They don't have this type of money to just do a streaming service. So are they going to be the only console in the future? And if they do, are they just going to look outdated? I'm not really sure. I had a feeling this might be the last console generation, or at least the last one that included a disc drive. So it's a little scary, and for people like us in the retro game community, our games are just going to become even more valuable. Prices are just going to go up and up and up. They'll become assets, kind of like these NFT craze. Not something I'm looking forward to. Games are already way too expensive. Growing up, I grew up with Diablo with my brother, and we didn't play much World of Warcraft because we were playing EverQuest at the time. I know that's kind of a throwback, but with Diablo and now Call of Duty, they're both going to be Microsoft games. So just thinking that might be an exclusive, or maybe in the future an exclusive that's not on a console, just doesn't sound very fun. I'm not a big fan of this acquisition or any of the acquisitions that Microsoft's been doing, unless it's purely for exclusives for their console, which in that case I'm actually fine if Call of Duty is just an Xbox thing, or if Diablo is just an Xbox thing. That totally makes sense. I can even do it with Bethesda, playing Fallout or Elder Scrolls just on an Xbox, because I think it would be good for Xbox to have their exclusives and PlayStation to have their exclusives, and then them to have cross-platform games as well. But if it is for an end game, of the future of just having a streaming gaming platform, I'm not about it. And actually, Metal Jesus made a point in his video earlier today about Activision owning Sierra Games. So I've always wanted to get into those games. Watching his videos has me really excited about that. He said that since Activision's had a hold of them, that they haven't done much with the series, either Leisure Suit Larry, King's Quest, stuff like that. But maybe now that Microsoft has a hold of it, that they'll do something with those series, and we'll see them on Game Pass or something like that, which could be really fun and a good positive outlook on this. But knowing those old games and how Game Pass has been, I'm not really too sure that's gonna be something that happens. But I know when I was at work today, a lot of people are kind of younger and they're just pumped. They think this is the greatest thing ever. They don't want to see consoles. They already don't buy discs. They download all their games. So seeing their excitement kind of freaks me out, because I'm not too much older than them and it's already just fallen off. And they're in their early 20s, so yikes. Hopefully there are some more people like me out there, and our word will keep them making consoles, but I have a bad feeling that it won't. And either you got a gaming computer or you're playing on an app, so that's probably what we're looking at. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you could comment below your thoughts on the acquisition. Do you think this is the end of console gaming as we see it, or is this a bright new future where we have exclusive on Xbox? That's kind of my hope. Comment below, like this video, share, subscribe, hit the bell. It really helps out a lot. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.